We'll start from Rabbi Yehuda Omer. It's right here by this red line. Rabbi Yehuda says, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Rabbi Yehuda says, "B'miskaven chayiv." If you have intention, you're chayiv v'chulu, etc. So what we learned in the Mishnah was the Tanakama that said that if someone has a broken cod, if his cod breaks in the Rishus Rabbim, and someone slips in the water or gets hurt by the pieces, we said that you're chayiv. Comes along Rabbi Yehuda and says, not so simple. Depends. Miskaven, if you have intention, then you're going to be chayiv. But ain't a miskaven. If you're not, don't have intention, then you're going to be pater. So what does it mean, miskaven? So the Gemara says like this: Hechidami miskaven. That's an abbreviation. Hechidami miskaven means how can you imagine, or what is this? What is the case similar to? Let's get the exact translation. Hechidami is usually translated, what is the case? So, although dummy means similar to, but we'll just put in, what is the case? What is the case of miskaven? So, Amar Rabba. Rabba says, the miskaven lahirida lamata mikseife. It's talking about that you intention lahirida to lower. Lamata means to lower it down. Mikseife means below his shoulder. Okay. Well, he's taking it off his shoulder. That's when he has to be careful. And because he wasn't careful when he's taking it down, I guess it banged against the wall and it broke. And that negligence created a bar in Rishus Harabim. It created a potential danger. So that's considered enough of a negligence to make you responsible for the danger, for the damages that bar would cause. Now we say a bar, we don't actually mean a pit. We mean the pieces or the shards or the water that someone could get hurt on. So Amalei Abaya. Abaya tells Rabba back. Remember, Abaya was like raised in Rabba's house. We've spoken about this in class. Rabba his full name is Rabba Bar Nachmeni, and Abaya's name was Nachmeni as well. At least according to some opinions. And so Rabba didn't want to say his father's name, so he said Abaya, which means like my father, which is referring to his father's name. So he nicknamed him Abaya, so as in order he doesn't have to say his father's name, Nachmeni. Although the Aruch very interestingly says, other commentaries say that Abaya actually means in Aramaic, it means consolation. So Abaya actually means Nachmeni, which is interesting that the month Menachem Av is actually like the same word, Menachem, and Av means consolation. It's like Tzvi Hirsch or Yitzchak, not Yitzchak Zev, but Zev Wolf or something like that. Okay, so Abaya tells Rabba back, Michlal. Klal means a rule, and Michlal means from the rule we can infer, or let's just do it in regular English, that we see from here. Right? We see from here, the Mechayev Rab Meir afilu nifshara. This is kind of like he's asking it as a question, and he's making a statement. He's like shocked. If you're going to say that Rabbi Yehuda holds that you're only chayev when you have some sort of guilt, when you're taking it down. Now the Tanakama, I'm going to add in Tanakama over there, Tanakama, which happens to be Reb Meir because there's no name on it, and Stam Mishna is Reb Meir. So the Tanakama, which is Reb Meir, would hold that you're chayiv even if nifshra, even if it melts or dissolves. It's a lousy M. Let's see if I can add another. Okay, even if it melts. Now, when we say melts, that means that there's absolutely no responsibility or no guilt from the person carrying it. You know, it's like a manufacturer defect that he's holding the handles or whatever, and the thing just dissolves. So what did he do wrong? He was just walking and it dissolved in his hands. And nevertheless, Reb Meir would say that you're chayiv. How could that be? Amalei ein. Ein actually means yes. And in the class we explained that hein means yes. And there were certain people that could not say an H. For example, was they would, instead of saying happy, they would say appy. And so because of that, their students would say ein instead of hein. But ein means yes. So Rabba tells Abaya back, yes, Mechayev Hoyer Rab Meir. Rab Meir would say that you're Chayev Afilu Ozna Biyadai. Even if Ozna is the handle, and I believe Ozna is the handle because if you have like a little jug, right? Oh, it's not that great. And you have, let's say you have a handle on it. Okay. So those kind of look like ears. Okay, so afilu and oizen means ear. Afilu azna biyad, Reb Meir would say yechayiv, even if you're still holding the handles. So if I would do that again, let's take off those handles, and I would put this fellow right up there. I don't know if you can see that, and he's holding the handle in his hand. Okay, you got the picture. So if he, even if he's holding the handle in his hand, you would be chayiv. So now the Gemara asks on this. It says, "Amai, why oinasu?" It is a oinas. It doesn't mean an accident. Oinas means um, something that's uncontrollable. Accident is like maybe the correct translation is accident. I'm gonna get a dictionary translation. So oinas. It means that you had no control. Let's see. Oinas is force. Actually, the rest is accident is in there, but it means in inevitable circumstances where you were not able to control. It says yes, oinas, oinasu, v'oinas rachmana patre. Why are you? Why should you be chayiv oinas if it's an oinas? We'll translate as accident. Why not? Is a accident and Rachmana means Hashem or the Torah. Hashem or Torah. Patre makes you exempt. And how do we know that? Diksiv, as it says in the pasuk, v'lenara leisasa davar, to the girl. Nara is the girl. Leisasa davar, you should not do anything. Now she gets no punishment. This is talking about a girl that gets raped. She's attacked, and obviously she doesn't get punished for that. It was the man that attacked her. He gets punished. She was just an accident. From her part, it was just an accident. It was it was beyond her control. Okay, all we see from here. All we see from here is that how could the Tanakama, which is Reb Meir, say that you're chayiv even if it's an accident? We know from the Torah that you're pater if it's an accident. And we're talking about what type of chiyuv? We're talking about the creation of a bar in a public place. If it's not your fault, why should you be responsible? Okay, v'chi tema, and if you will say, hani mili li'inyan ktala, concerning death, aval inyan nizakin, but concerning damages, chayev, then you should be chayev if you'll say that. So we're going to bring a brisa that says that that's impossible. But I just want to explain this possibility. And it kind of works like this. This is how I understand it. I mean, you can understand it different ways. But if a person dies because of someone else, so there's really no way of bringing the person back to life. The person that committed the act should be punished, no question. But if he is an accident, how it happened, so I mean, why should we punish him? It was an accident, he didn't do it on purpose. Why are you punishing him? So it's very possible that when the Torah says that oines rachmana patre, that if there's an accident, the person is exempt, that would only be something that is irreplaceable. And why is he exempt? Why is the person exempt? Because you're not doing anything anyway, you're just punishing. And punishment would only be if the person did it on purpose or negligence. However, when it comes to nizakin, when it comes to damages, so when you have to pay, you're actually replacing what got lost. So maybe we can make a difference and say that when did we say that an oinus, an accident, is pater? That's when you're not really replacing what got lost. You're just punishing the person. But here you're actually replacing it. So maybe by nizakin you should say that you're chayev, even though it's an accident, because you're actually replacing you're replacing what's missing. I know, granted, it wasn't your fault, but you should still replace it. That's a possibility. The Gemara is gonna bring a brisa of a hatanya, which is going to say that you can't say that. But I'll leave that for tomorrow. So what we'll do is we'll stop right here, and just in summary, Rabba explains that Rabbi Yehuda says you're only chayiv if there's some sort of negligence, and Abaya says that would mean that Rabbi Meir would say you're chayiv even if there's no negligence at all, even if it's an accident. And Rabba says yes. So the Gemara questions, how could you be chayiv? We know from the Torah that you're pater if it's an accident. If it's an accident, so we gave a possible answer that maybe there's a difference. That the Torah says you're only pater in concerning death, but concerning damages, maybe you'll still be chayiv if it's an accident.